course, now we're entering a streaming service age. We have tons of streaming services: HBO Max, Disney Plus, Peacock. Something I'm probably forgetting off the top of my head.
HBO Max.
There's too many.
Yeah, sure.
It's basically cable network television if you get all of them.
Yep.
But with there being new streaming services, these streaming services are going to need content to draw in more viewers. I hope you know where I'm going with this. Now, Galactic, Codename K.I.D.S Next Door, right, was canceled. It was you said that Cartoon Network had no interest.
No idea how much I want that to happen, especially now.
Break her heart now.
Yeah. Now feeling like
Do
Next Door.
It's not gonna.
It's not.
I hate to break your heart.
It's not.
No.
Like the Cartoon Network just has no interest in it.
They have no interest
They have
in
no
it.
interest in it,
Tom
sorry.
tried. He really
Oh,
did.
Not for not trying.
My
That's
question
right.
to you is, since we're seeing HBO Max and a ton of the Cartoon Network content is on HBO Max, have you seen any movement or heard any new interest into picking up that show?
I've heard nothing. I know that Tom did approach them and said, like, what do you think? But I have heard nothing from it. So I could, and if I did, I technically wouldn't be able to tell you anyway, because it's like a non-disclosure agreement type violation. But like basically, I have heard nothing. I'm not holding out hope for it, to be honest with you. I think that it would be really awesome to do, and I'm not sure how it would really work because, you know, Codename K.I.D.S Next Door was a show for kids, but it's been like, I think about 20 years, something like that, 15 years, something like that.
The show first came out 2002, 2021. Yeah, it's going to be almost 20 years now.
20 years old. Yeah. So like, but like if they made a show for kids that takes place after that, I feel like those kids would probably be like, what the heck is K.I.D.S Next Door, and wouldn't know who the characters are. But if you make it too mature, for like the older kids, well, it's no longer the same show. So that's like one of those really tricky balancing acts to pull off. So I'm not even sure what that show would look like, to be honest with you. But it would be really cool if we could do it, you know? And I mean, like, I know everybody on the main cast would be like, yeah, I'd come back. So, you know, it's one of those things of, I hope it happens. But like, I'll probably know when you know is how that stuff usually works. Like if you see like something saying like, hey guys, this is becoming a thing on Twitter, I'm going to go, oh shit, really? Like pretty much at the same time. Like, yeah, that's how fast things go. Cause streaming services, man, when you say they are hungry for content, you are not wrong. They are like, we want this. We want it now. Go make it. And it's like, okay, the turnaround times for some of these things are completely insane. So like, yeah, big time. I hope it happens. But like anybody who wants to know, like I'm the wrong person to ask. I'll have no clue. I will never know.
Dang, I would love to see it. And especially, right, to talk about the turnover for content, especially with the corona pandemic, a lot of these shows that, shows or live action shows or movies have now been turned into animated products, and now people are putting more money into these. So now we're getting more sophisticated content turned into a Netflix original or a D Plus original or a Hulu exclusive. Like we're getting stuff that would have probably never been made due to the pandemic. So I really do hope they do it. I get what you're saying, where it's kind of hard to balance it. And you're right, it would be hard to balance it because you're right. It's since 2002 and it ended all the way in 2008. So it's been a pretty large amount of time between. So it would be very interesting to see how they would pull that off. I do remember seeing like a promo thing of it though. Did you record any lines for a potential project before you guys find out they weren't interested, or none at all?
Yeah. So Tom put together what was going to be an animatic, which is, for those of you guys who don't know, that's a moving storyboard basically of a pilot that would be a pitch for Galactic K.I.D.S Next Door. And he basically called us up and said like, hey guys, I don't have any money for this thing. I can't pay you guys, but would you be willing to like just kind of like come in and like do some voices for this thing? And we all were like, yeah. So like we all showed up and we all recorded for it, and then they put it all together, and that was going to be the pitch that he was going to use to sell people on the show. And that was the only thing we recorded for Galactic K.I.D.S Next Door. That was the one and only idea, and then it was like, well, you know, c'est la vie.